Hello there, everyone. Altaria Tempest here with some more Tech Talks Battletech, and today we are going to be diving deeper into the mechs of the Battletech universe, this time with the Catapult. Now, I have heard a little bit about this mech in particular, but nothing too definitive, so I'm definitely looking forward to learning more about this machine and how it was used in the universe. I don't know if you can tell, but I am a little bit sick in this video, so I might not be talking as much, but I do have my blanket around me and I've got some hot cocoa, so I'm going to be here enjoying Tech Talks while I suffer in silence. Hopefully not too much silence, though. This music reminds me of like Age of Empires music almost. That's kind of what I get from it. Like that old the old Flash game. I think it was a Flash game. Oh, and if anybody knows, actually looking at all this amazing art, if anybody knows where the best place to go for like BattleTech fan art is, I would really enjoy looking through all of that. Or if it's more like official books, maybe it might be like that. I'm not exactly sure.
Howdy folks, Tex of the Black Pants Legion here.
Hello,
and
Tex.
here we are again on Tex Talks Battletech.
The Catapult. This guy looks like a pretty offensively
Personally,
oriented
I've
mech,
been
I'm
getting
guessing.
a lot of flack by trash talking the clans incessantly.
Oh,
So, I'll start with this. I'll be nice and say the following clans were mostly okay. Mostly. For the most part. See? There's a list.
oh, Clan Wolf at the top and Clan
Enjoy.
Ghost Bear. I have heard that the Ghost Bear and Wolf have been like kind of the two most represented groups in my comments section. Cool guys who don't play well with others. There you go. Pretty much Heckler and Cook Me up in space. Okay. Lord of the Bling. There you go. And, oh, genetically engineered Snoo Snoo Award. Hell's Horses. Smoke Jaguar.
And there we go.
Oh boy.
Shit talking.
Oh, no.
Mostly
I shouldn't be
over for
laughing
now,
so much.
as I can already hear the keyboard.
I'm gonna be
warriors
coughing now.
blazing a path of hate in the comments below. So let's move on to the meat of this episode.
Oh, boy.
While they're
Hopefully I don't get
busy
too
losing
many
their goddamn
too much hate
minds.
for roasting the clans.
This
I think they're a very interesting group. Obviously, just how I was introduced to the setting, I was very antagonistic to them. So that's just kind of it stuck with me throughout all these reactions. And then Tex has also heavily influenced my my knowledge of the setting as well.
episode
But we'll
is
see as we
about
go
the
more
Catapult,
deeper into the lore.
which,
We'll see if I
believe
can
it or
find a
not,
clan that I
even
actually
though it's a
don't
niche
mind.
mech, I really like. As
Okay.
chosen by the polls
I
for
like niche
discussing the
mechs. I think
Catapult.
they're pretty good.
You would have seen these polls if you had notifications turned on, or had them not disabled by YouTube. Because YouTube these days makes as much sense as casting John Wayne as Genghis Khan. Yeah,
Oh wow,
that actually
that's
happened.
a little bit odd.
Also watch people start posting about how the Conqueror killed John Wayne because of the Downwinders nuclear test controversy. But this ain't a top 10 video, so put that shit away for now. In short, yes, I listen to my fan base. Yes, I read the comments. Yes, I allow you guys to steer this series. So this is
I should definitely
partially
do a bit more
your
with that.
fault. Enjoy the blame.
But
So back
oh,
to the main point.
all that work right now,
Bearing in
I'm thinking about
mind,
it
I
while
don't
sick.
want
It's just
my
like,
editor
oh,
to sue me for BattleTech-induced psychosis.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm having a great time. This is just don't fucking touch me!
Let's keep this diatribe as focused as
no.
we can while hitting the important points. Yes, that means I may not be
Okay,
covering
let's
your
dive
super
into it.
custom retrofit battlefield version that has 60 MGs for killing squirrels. You'll be okay. Probably.
maybe.
Or not. Again, I
Ooh,
hear
that
a
one at the
sea
end there.
of keyboards rising in protest. Calm thyselves, ye majestic nerd herd. We'll get through this, and we'll get through this together. For the purposes of the Catapult, we start like most good stories, at the very beginning. The year is 2561, and the Terran hegemony still exists.
Okay.
That's
It's a little bit earlier than the other
know.
Omni-Mech that I've seen. Is
So
this
the
an Omni-Mech?
galaxy
I
we will
actually
explore more
didn't
fully
see.
in this series is still in its infancy. Starleague won't exist for another 9 years.
Yeah.
These are the crazy early years of Terran-centric government and warmongering. So the initial run of catapults was made from 2561 to 2563 by Hollis Incorporated to
Hollis
fulfill defense
Incorporated,
contracts
okay.
for the Terran hegemony, but sadly, when the contract came up for negotiation and renewal a few short years later, the hegemony said no.
Oh no. Why? Part 2,
This
okay.
is not a reflection on the quality of the catapult. The catapult is fucking awesome. I need you to understand something, though. Something about military bureaucracy and government contracting. Governments don't always make good choices when it comes to the procurement of weapons.
Oh yeah.
You
Depends on
see,
who
most
makes the
government
money
defense
off of it.
Contracts are somewhat decided by committees and corruption. For
Yeah,
every
a
weapon
little bit.
system in development, there's a long road to consider. There's red tape. Bullshit. More bullshit. Red tape. Graft. 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 The military-industrial complex.
Oh boy.
Graft. Payouts in briefcases.
I can't even imagine how bad the military-industrial complex is in the BattleTech universe, especially during the Terran hegemony and the Star League era, just because of like how how big it was. Oh yeah, that's got to be like whole planet-wide areas of just making money off of weaponry and stuff.
Graft and, of course, graft. And like a graham cracker crust, it's all baked in the warm embrace of corruption.
Yeah.
I'm, of course, referring to fictional accounts, because
Yeah, right.
surely this does not take place in the real world.
Of course.
That
of
would
course.
be far too much to take, to assume that those in charge of these supremely expensive programs would then inherit lucrative private sector jobs after everything was greenlit. And as well, there's the consideration.
And then we got to keep on going to war. How many times? I don't know, because I know the Star League went to war within itself during the Succession Wars, but did it go? Because it didn't have a whole bunch of like surrounding states. I mean, there probably are periphery states, right? I've heard some of the stuff that there's like periphery states, and I'm definitely going to do like a look for a video around the periphery. But I was wondering if the Star League was going to war to expand its territory in the periphery a lot, or if it was more just concentrated on fighting within itself, because fighting within itself can definitely stop you from fighting outside of yourself.
that Hollis made
Though sometimes it also makes fighting outside of itself more worthwhile.
Battlemaster, which was better received by those in the professional stompy death machine business, despite being nearly the very definition of underwhelming.
Discount Dan. Hey, there's Discount Dan.
Even though initially only produced for 3 fucking years, the Catapult was widely fielded by the hegemony and the Star League Defense Forces after that in a fire support capacity. What's fire support, you ask? Well, that's the military term for the guy who stands in the back, kill-stealing while the rest of you soak up returning fire. Oh,
probably not
fine,
too much
I
armor,
guess
huh?
You want a visual aid to understand that.
Oh, okay.
No worries, fam. I got you.
We're going into it. Hey, Stumpy. Ooh. No. Hey, there's the kill stealer.
So now that you understand more about what a catapult
Okay.
does, and about the inner sphere method of waging war badly, let's get back into our history books. So when the Star League had itself a proper civil war, collapsing like a cardboard house in a hurricane, SLDF commander all around,
Here's the
mostly
Federated
decent
Sons.
person Alexander Kerensky decided to leave the inner sphere to its own devices,
Yep.
taking with him the bulk of the military, including most of the catapults. Which
Okay, so
then
that's why it
left the
became more of
lowly
a
Capella.
clan mech, because I definitely thought that it was like a fairly early design for staying a clan mech. Because what is it? When we were talking about the Mad Cat slash Timberwolf earlier, it was like designed pretty late, only like 100 years before the clans invaded.
Holding the lion's share of the remaining stockpiles.
Okay, the
You
Capellan
see, Hollis
Confederation.
Incorporated ran a modest factory in Capellan space, cranking out a handful of new models and spare parts for them. A
Okay,
modest boon for the Capellan state, which ended during the first secession.
yeah,
War.
I'm guessing it got destroyed during the
I'd
first
love to
one of the
do a
succession
series
wars,
on
at
the
least.
secession wars as a whole, but
Oh,
let me have a moment.
I'm definitely going to react to that because
you.
I think he did one of
In the
those.
first succession war,
I'm fairly certain he did one.
many things outright disappeared from the inner sphere. Things like civility,
Yeah.
social development,
No, boy, yeah, we
Industrial
regressed into like a
competence,
pseudo-feudal
justice,
was it
long
techno-feudalism?
ethical considerations for your fellow man, reason, millions of people, housing.
Oh, probably
environments,
billions of
planetary
people, huh? I'm
ecosystem.
not exactly certain how many people are in the inner sphere. Like population numbers, I'm guessing there's like trillions of people in the inner sphere. Because just based on probably more than trillions, but just based on what I've like seen for population numbers, they seem to be at least fairly populated. Like there's the centers of power at least.
Holding people responsible for their actions,
Yeah.
rule of law laws, the greatest majority of jump ships, and
Oh,
nearly
no.
every warship in existence.
Yep.
Hundreds
Oh,
of
the poor
years of
warships.
industrial golden age, and lastly, the Hollis factory.
More importantly, the Hollis factory.
From that point on, the catapult remained a relative rarity. For a time, anyways.
Yeah, until the
You
clans
have to
came
understand
back.
that during this time, war destroyed so much of the industrial base that invasions often hinged on who could secure steel and utilize the greatest number of production spares. It wasn't until hundreds of years later, in 3033, that the catapult began to emerge in significant numbers again, as the Draconis Combine decided to restart domestic mass production.
Oh,
By
the
the time
Patronus
the
Combine
clan
is
came
using
to
it now.
strike at the inner sphere, they found centuries-old catapults to be still fielded.
Huh.
Some examples having survived
That's got to be weird.
generations of pilots, bad ideas, and failed government.
But it's also just really cool how these mechs can be like that old, just kind of like built upon. I guess it's kind of like a ship of Theseus type type situation there, but yeah, they can be like super incredibly old, passed down, and like centuries old technology can still be pretty useful in a fight.
Despite the abuse, neglect, and damage, they still work. Even out in the periphery, there were surviving examples of the original production run, kept running by God knows what space magic.
Okay, so I'm
But
guessing
still-
it's not an OmniMech then. If it's still like not widely used, but still like sparingly used within the galaxy, definitely not an OmniMech. Were OmniMechs more of like a clan actual invention? Because the only examples that I remember have been clan examples. Like I don't know if they were like old Star League era OmniMechs. I don't remember seeing any old Star League era OmniMechs, so it might just be a clan invention. Kind of because of how they uniquely chose to do combat, that kind of developed the OmniMech as like a side effect of that.
Defiantly there and doing their job.
Part
So
3.
why
Ooh.
would people use something
Yep.
so
Keep it
obviously
simple.
ancient, antiquated, and simple?
Because it could do a lot of
Because it
damage from
fucking
very
works,
far away.
dum-dum.
Yeah.
Let's get down to why. Nothing, and I mean nothing, about the catapult is particularly complicated. It's a cockpit on legs that shoots
Yeah.
missiles out of boxes. That's pretty much it.
No. Bees.
It's a walking
Release the
MLRS.
bees.
And because those missile boxes are detachable, people tend to slap whatever fits on the shoulders.
Oh, yeah.
That means the
Discount
catapult
Dan.
is sometimes also a cockpit on legs that shoots other things out of boxes or
Yeah.
other attachments or whatever.
I feel like that's got to be, they're like fairly big weak spots though. So that's why it's got to stay in the back, because if you're launching missiles out of those gigantic shoulder boxes, if you get hit there with like anything substantial, they got to just like detonate real easily. I think, I don't know. I don't know what's detonatable in a mech weapon system, because I know a couple of them are like fairly susceptible to that kind of damage and like being exploded if it gets hit. I know some of them are not, but I would assume based off everything that I like know that missiles would be fairly susceptible to that.
It's also fairly moddable because the inner sphere has zero design standard when it comes to this sort of thing. Because in the inner sphere, if you can afford to do it, you will probably do it. The standard catapult is a 65-ton machine that's
65,
moderately maneuverable, jump jet
5.7 million. Ooh, jump jet
carries
capable.
10
I like
tons
that.
of armor.
10
It
tons.
also
Okay.
carries 2
That's pretty decent.
LRM-15s and 4 medium lasers. Again, thanks to being unsophisticated, many of these war machines were kept running through a total dark age of technology.
And it's got jump jets.
Their
I'm always
engines and weapons
always love those
systems
jump jets.
required no great expertise to manufacture, repair, or replace. Before you say, yeah, so what?
Yeah.
I want you to think on something really quick. Imagine making a fusion engine that could withstand several hundred years of bad maintenance by Billy Joe Bob, using nothing more complex than half a toolbox and a 4th grade education.
No, geez.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm guessing
Catapult
education
is
standards did not
impressive.
go up during the
Also,
succession
to be
wars in the
fair, I
inner
have to say
sphere.
this, being that everyone liked them and wanted to keep them running, coupled with an ease of modification, the catapult has variants.
Yeah, I'm ready for them.
Many
Oh, so many variants. We're going to be going through all of them.
It
Again,
is
I gotta
so
choose
many
my
variants
favorite.
That my editor would shoot rock salt into his eyes
Oh.
out of a shotgun if I made him list them all. So let's just touch on the quote design philosophy unquote of catapult modification. Here goes. 1.
there's no
it
rules.
Works.
Oh boy, if it fits, I sits.
2.
It does kind of remind me almost of like a
works,
cat.
Do it. 3. Fuck you, it's a catapult.
Yeah, definitely.
4. You're not my mom. I do what I want. Okay, now let's agree on those principles and say there are variants of the catapult that make sense, or more sense than others. Like the C-1B variant for the Royal SLDF regiments, having double heat sinks and ferrofibrous armor plus case to ensure it doesn't explode for 4 score
there you go.
days. When you hit it,
It's
makes sense.
Got the case to stop that explosions from happening.
So they got the fancy armor and the non-shit heat sinks.
Yeah.
There's also the C3 model, which puts Aero 4 artillery in place of LRMs, because what's better than big missiles? Bigger fucking missiles, of course.
Aw.
That statement
Not the best, but it tries very hard.
makes sense. And if it makes sense to you,
Yeah, it'll
guess
fuck up
what?
your day from a very long
Your
range.
catapult pilot.
Hey, catapult
Then
pilot.
there's what Curita
I am
did.
liking the catapult so
Turn a missile
far.
boat into a BBC brawler and add more heat sinks, delete the jump jets, and whatever.
Oh no.
These guys make great strategic choices.
Yeah, I'm why are we deleting the jump jets? They're my
For a
favorite.
change.
Rita. Oh boy, I just remember having to read through their entire like tea ceremony thing. And it was interesting to read through, but I hope there's not too many tea ceremonies in there. They seem like that's something that I can't really stand, is like tradition just for tradition's sake, in like an insanely regimented like tea ceremony. I feel like that would just like piss me off to have to do. I don't know.
There's some really
I guess there's a reason I'm not
fascinating
a
things,
Kurita stan.
like the H2, which came out of the periphery. Turns out being cut off from everyone and with limited access to spares meant that you put whatever fits into the mech and just go with it. Like a club sandwich drunkenly made from leftover groceries, the H2 has a bit of everything. PPC? Check. Medium lasers? Check. 8 rocket launcher 20.
Oh,
sure,
hey.
why not? Again, catapult philosophy. If it fits in those mounts, fucking do it.
I sits. Yep. If it
And
fits, I
here's
sits.
where we boil down to why this thing is so damn
And it can
useful.
launch itself if it has
A
the
weapon
jump
system
jets.
that worked for 500 years with mediocre upkeep and maintenance at best, and still survives as a beloved instrument of warfare centuries after it was built. Name me a weapon system that has spawned invasions just to capture its spare parts. Name me a design philosophy that's so constant over the centuries.
Yeah,
that it's
the design
copied
philosophy of whatever
endlessly
works,
to
do
the
it.
point that, well,
Oh,
now that
just the mad
tough
cat just
guys are
with
distracted
arms.
writing a thesis
They
below,
just slap
starting
the
with
arms.
Beloved, well, actually,
It does look very similar.
I can move on. Also, fuck you, Clanners. I was nice earlier. You
Much
want me to
honor,
take
such
your
wow.
trophy away? No, you don't, because it's nice and it makes you feel important, like your sense of honor and questionable dress code.
Oh
I
boy.
normally don't make
What
fun
is
of how
that dress
people
code?
dress, but I look like an extra from the Duluth Trading Company catalog, and, well, you guys look worse than that. Seriously.
He just
You
wears
think
this.
you'd fight people less if you felt better about yourselves, maybe.
Yeah, like that
Just thinking out
techno
loud here.
ninja look there.
Okay, moving on. At 5.7 million
Ooh,
space
I love
bucks,
this piece of art. Like I can just
you
stare at
don't
that for a
have to be
while. It looks really
genius
good.
To see the value in one. As well, chances are the previous owner has either 1, worked out all the problems long before now, or 2, died in the process of stupid modifications, so you know
What doesn't
not
work?
to
Yeah.
do. This is a win-win for any checkbook. And as well, you could afford to throw these things 4-to-1 against any Mad Cat or similar level threat. As the
Oh yeah, they are
periphery did.
very
God
cheap
bless you,
comparably,
Innisphere.
right?
So, if you're interested in knowing more about this universe, please check out the link below or at the end of this video for another content creator's perspective.
Okay.
I think you'll appreciate what insight and knowledge he has
Critical
about
rocket.
Battletech, and that he definitely seems to give a genuine fuck about the setting, and isn't a tourist trying for quick views before moving on.
Yeah.
If instead you want to read along, Sarna.net is an amazing resource.
I have
probably
looked
the
at
best
that wiki
fan
a little
wiki on
bit.
the
I think
internet.
it's
Fuck you,
Sarna that I went to.
Wikipedia.
Oh,
You have
Wikipedia.
entry on water. Water. With a list of fucking appearances where you will find water. What the fuck?
I liked
Anyways,
Wikipedia.
Sarna good.
I was a pretty
Support
big
Sarna, please.
Star Wars
I'm
lore
strangely
guy.
already in
And I
Wikipedia,
remember
but if
reading
I can
through
make it to
Wikipedia.
Sarna, I'd really consider my life complete. Please don't edit me in there, because that's a dick move.
Yeah.
I need to earn that spot the correct way, by being an asshole.
Yeah.
Speaking of, wrapping up here, I'm gonna say this. I love my fans and I enjoy the spirited debate that erupts in the comments below, regardless of what I bitch about. Remember, we all love the same things, which is this awesome setting.
I
Let's
do love
keep
this setting.
things simple
It's a
and
very fun
respectful.
setting.
Unless you're a smoke jaguar. Hey, smoke jaguar, remember when you had a clan?
Oh no, the smoke jaguar gone. I haven't delved much into the clan war era stuff.
Wow. Well, now that that's handled, next up is a space story.
Ooh.
And after that, well, a poll decided. So, yeah. And now a word from our sponsors.
Okay. Oh, we're doing some of the cartoon now. I am watching through all the credits. Oh, hey, it's that guy. I remember who
This is
saw
Discount Dan,
himself.
Discount Dan's newly
Oh,
incorporated
hey,
and not at
Discount
all
Dan's
illegitimate
back.
Spare Parts Emporium. The last place burned down in a freak accident / tax avoidance
Oh,
scheme that's
no.
not quite made it to the courts yet, so I'm going to pass these savings on to you. Now you might be saying, Discount Dan, did you sell catapults? Well, yes, I did, until a man came in and said he wanted a hunchback, and I was so excited, until he started screaming profanity and using my inventory to shoot at my inventory and customers. Turns out he was crazy, or it was a neurohelmet malfunction, or maybe I was negligent and failed to make sure ammo wasn't in the hopper. Pop gun goes off, excitement happens, whatever, irrelevant. I'm not here to dwell on the past. Let's talk about the savings I can pass on to you today. We have the world's largest supply of gently used catapult parts, bits, pieces, shrapnel, scrap, and firefighting equipment. You might be asking yourself, Discount Dan, why all this stuff and why the hard sale? Well, I'll level with you. I'm in kind of a hurry because any minute now.
Sir, I've warned you about this.
They got
Stand by
police
for
mechs.
incarceration procedures. Just don't resist.
Shit, run! But not too fast. It's only an urban mech.
Sir, you cannot outrun
Hey,
me.
Irby.
I'm a free man traveling the land. I'm recording you. I'm gonna sue you. I'm beyond your laws. I'm a free man traveling. I'm a citizen
No,
of the state.
run,
Call your
Discount Dan,
supervisor.
run, no. Hey. Oh, MechWarriors 5. I am probably going to try MechWarriors 5. I've got to go do that now.
Look here, I want to ask you a question.
After I finish Hollow Knight.
Does that look...
Aufklärungswandler, Herr HQ. Status frei. Kommen. Hier Friedrich 1. Keiner weiß, dass wir hier sind. Ich bin auf den Gouverneur getreten. Die Aufklärung läuft hervorragend.
Hier Friedrich 2. Ich habe den Überfolggenerator zerstört. Wir sind jetzt komplett unsichtbar. Ich habe auch ein Waisenhaus in den Fluss getreten.
Oh no.
Aber nicht schuldig. Es waren dreckige Kapellen.
They're Capellans. Okay, then it's all okay. There are bees in my cockpit. Hey, there you go. That's why they got to put bees in the catapult. All right, and now on to my final thoughts. I love that video as always with Tex Talks Battletech. It was great. So on the topic of the catapult, I definitely like that. It's just like the I think it's just a better version of the Mad Cat, not in like a one-on-one fight, obviously, but just in with how much it costs and with how effective it is in combat. I feel like you can just get a whole bunch of catapults. What is it like? You can get almost 5 catapults for one singular Mad Cat, which I think is kind of crazy. Probably a little bit less than 5 catapults, but I just feel like that's I think that's just the emblematic of the problems with the Mad Cat in the first place. But it's cost effective. It deals a whole ton of damage. Not the greatest armor, but it's for fire support, so that doesn't really matter most of the time. And it's fairly durable and survives hundreds of years. So it's got to be a good mech if it can do that, right? And if it's in use for all those years, it has to be pretty good. I would definitely say not my favorite mech. I still like the urban mech better just because of how it's a fun design that's super cheap and pretty niche as well. So that's all I'm going to say on that though. If you'd like to join me on my journey through Tex Talks Battletech and the Battletech universe as a whole, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. But for right now, thank you guys so much for watching and have a great rest of your day. Adios.